Black Friday used to be the day after Thanksgiving, but retailers have realized if they move big sales up, people will come. So with Amazon's Prime Day like October event, maybe you can do Black Friday early.
That's right. So we're here to help you decide whether Black Friday sales are worth it, and if they are, how you can save money during the sales. Hype or not, early Black Friday sales are good opportunities to help you save money, especially if you put enough thought into it. So my name is Elizabeth.
And I'm Tommy, and we're shoppers who like to write. Writers who like to shop. All right, let's start by addressing the elephant in the room. Is actual Black Friday still a big deal, or has online shopping and endless deals rendered it pretty much useless? Elizabeth, when's the last time you ventured out on the day after Thanksgiving and went shopping?
The answer to that question is I don't remember, because honestly, I can't remember the last time I've stood in line at a shop and waited and just kind of gone to the mall for crazy sales. So I am totally an online shopper. I like my snacks and my Netflix show, and I like to scroll and shop that way. So I usually tend to wait for the sales and kind of take inventory of the things I need to buy beforehand versus going into a shop and just joining the madness.
Yeah, I'm the same way. I'm not much of a crowd person. Never really got much into going out on Black Friday. Well, here's the deal. Black Friday is still a thing, and in-store traffic actually ticked up in 2022 over 2021 on the day after Thanksgiving on Black Friday. At NerdWallet, we track this, and our price tracking data shows Amazon's big sales, both the October event, it's become an annual thing now, and the Prime Day event in July feature prices that rival most major sale holidays.
So now let's get into the fun stuff and talk about tips for how you can save money during the extended Black Friday sale season. Tip 1, create a budget for sale shopping. This isn't everyone's most favorite thing to do. However, it is a way to make sure that you're not overspending during the sales. So create a budget. At NerdWallet, we recommend the 50-30-20 budget, and that says 50% of your income should go to needs, 30% goes to wants, and 20% goes to paying off debt and also saving money. So you can take this 30% bucket and decide how much you're willing to spend and can afford to spend on Black Friday sales. This is something that I love doing because I happen to be an impulse spender. So I allocate a budget for myself to impulse spend guilt-free on anything I want every single month. Now, the next step is deciding how you're going to save that money and creating a savings budget or a bucket of money for your Black Friday sales. There's several ways that you can go about doing this. You can use an envelope system to put away money, which is where you take cash and put it in an envelope every week or however often you want. You can set it aside in a savings account, or if you happen to have cashback cards or credit cards that give you rewards, cash rewards, you can spend those credit cards or that debit card and kind of put aside your reward dollars and use those for your Black Friday sales. Now, the final thing to remember when you're budgeting is how much your Prime membership is going to cost. That's assuming that you have one. So I believe that an average membership costs $15 a month, and if you're going to go and buy it outright for the year, then you're going to pay $139. So minus that from your budget whenever you are putting that together.
Yeah, and that's right, Elizabeth. If you're shopping Amazon, especially one of their big sales, you know they want you to sign up for that Amazon Prime membership. That's part of the reason they're doing the sale. At Amazon's October sale called Prime Big Deal Days, this is billed as an exclusive shopping event for Prime members. But if you're not a Prime member, you can sign up, you can try it. They have a 30-day free trial. You can shop over the holiday, and then you can cancel it. All right, so let's get into the next tip. Remember, hype is not a reason to overspend, and these sales are all about the hype. So good deals are great, but you got to distinguish between real opportunity and false urgency. Retailers want your money, and they know how to make you think you need stuff. Amazon and other retailers, they especially thrive. People like you and me coming online, opening the app, and leaving with more than we planned. So wouldn't you if you were in the business of selling stuff? And quick story here, the last Prime Day, I went online. I had something in mind for Amazon, and they were advertising these outdoor spotlights, and Amazon branded spotlights, and they looked like a good deal. And I put 2 in my cart quickly. And I was like, oh, I need these. And then I sat there and thought about it, and I'm like, wait, this may not even be a good deal. 1, 2, they're spotlights that have to be professionally installed. I don't think I can do that, so I probably got to pay for that. And 3, I don't think I actually need them because I've got lights outside my house already. So I didn't buy them. I kind of went through this motion in my head, and I'm like, I'm not going to do it. But with that in mind, Elizabeth, what are the right questions to ask as you sort of log on and get ready to shop these sales, especially thinking online?
Well, I love the story that you just told, especially deciding that you weren't going to buy those lights because you already have lights. That's something I'm also guilty of doing. But anyway, I digress. So questions that you should ask yourself. First of all, what is your budget? I think knowing your budget sometimes helps you from overspending. So if you know I only have $10 to spend, you're probably not going to buy things that you already have. Another thing that you need to ask is, what do I need? So ask yourself, do I really need this thing, or is it a want versus a need? Next, ask yourself, can I afford this thing? And again, putting together a budget will help you answer that question honestly. And last but not least, is this the right time to buy it? So sometimes you see something on sale and you see the red marking and your sense of urgency goes off and you're like, I've got to have it, but this might not be the right time to get it.
And speaking of kind of timing and just another mental sort of game in your mind, remind yourself that this sale isn't the only sale. The product will probably go down again. NerdWallet, we look at this stuff and we've got some data. A couple examples here. Headphones. We've tracked a model of Bose noise canceling headphones all year. And have seen a discount on this model at every major sale weekend. They go down about the same price every time. Vacuums, the models we track, they seem to rise and fall with the tide, let alone the sale season. Small appliances, the classic KitchenAid stand mixer that every budding home chef wants in their kitchen. That thing regularly goes down $30 to $50 during sales like Prime Day, Labor Day, and Black Friday. But trust me, I get it. I always have this must buy now or lose it FOMO too, but I'm usually wrong. I wanted a new soundbar on Prime Day. I went online to get it. It was a good deal. I sort of delayed my purchase. I looked back, it was sold out. I was like, I missed it, I'm not gonna get it. Then Labor Day came back around and the same model was at the same price, maybe even $1 less. So I could have gotten it. And I think by then I realized I didn't need it.
Tip number 3, do some light price research up front. So what are some things that you need to know? 1, know the model that you want. If you're buying new appliances, maybe your kitchen appliances are about to expire and you need new ones. So check out what the model is. Another thing that you should know is what the return policy is, because maybe something that you buy doesn't fit, doesn't work, maybe you don't like it, or maybe you found it somewhere cheaper. Know what the return policy is, and also sometimes it's extended. So that's something that you want to know too. Lastly, you should know what the going rate of the products that you want is, which Tommy's going to tell you more about now.
Yeah, Elizabeth, you know what I've noticed? Amazon, they're trying to tell you the going rate of a product more often, and they're doing it by emphasizing the percentage off. You may notice this in bright red. You'll see it on a product page, and it calls out the discount over the typical or the list price. And list price, what that means is MSRP, manufacturer's suggested retail price, and typical price, according to Amazon, the way they put this on their website is it's the 90-day median price that excludes prices paid during limited time deals. So that kind of causes me a little bit of pause, and I would say don't always take that list price or that typical price at face value, but you can make it easy on yourself. You can use a price tracking browser extension. This is something you can download to your Chrome or Safari or any browser, something like the Camelizer, which is offered by Camel, which sounds funny to say, but that is a price tracking tool for Amazon only. And then there's something like PayPal Honey, which tracks prices over time. We'll look for coupon codes, but it'll just give you a good feel for the going rate without doing a lot of work. So you can decide to buy only if the deal is good. And always do a Google search of the product before you buy it. I mean, we all have the internet, right? So to check prices at retailers before you buy it takes a couple minutes, and you might find the deal is better elsewhere.
Tip number 4, think ahead. One of the ways that you can make the most of the sale is by thinking about what you need ahead of time. So do you have any birthdays that are coming up? Are your appliances about to conk out? Is your parents' wedding anniversary coming up, and do you need to buy gifts for them? These are things that I think about every so often, and that's why I put all those special occasions inside of my calendar. 1, so I don't forget, and 2, so I can buy them ahead of time. So the sale may be a great time to buy these birthday presents, Christmas presents, and anything else that you need. So, take an inventory of what you need, and you can put it again in your calendar or a spreadsheet.
All right, the next tip. Timebox your online shopping session. Maybe you can relate the constant draw of your cell phone and the internet and all of its shopping apps and websites. This will be the downfall of my finances. I open Amazon, I look at Target Circle, Walmart Plus, I check Best Buy, I do all these things, and it's a surefire way to overspend. And if you work from home like I do, avoid what you're supposed to be doing, like working. Well, Speaking of work, maybe use something called time boxing for your job. And this is where you dedicate a specific amount of time to focus on a task. You work on that task, and then you move on. You could do the same for shopping. So set aside an hour. Give yourself an hour to peruse. Maybe set this for the end of the day, the evening. Maybe have your favorite beverage ready with you and make it an enjoyable experience. And do this as opposed to a frenetic day of checking shopping apps all day. So when it's that time to shop around, double check the quality of the deals with some of the tools we've mentioned, add things to your cart, tally up your expenses before you check out, make sure you're on budget, and then check out, move on with your life, because shopping's not really a way of life, right? It's just something we do here and there. You'll probably look forward to your scheduled shop time all day. You'll probably spend less money too. So try time boxing.
Tip number 6, keep receipts and watch the price. So you've got all of your deliveries from this sale, you're over the moon about your shiny new objects, and you think it's time to rest. Absolutely not. So this is where the fun stuff comes in of what we call price matching. And price matching is basically when you find something cheaper elsewhere. So you need to know that not all retailers provide adjustments if you find it somewhere cheaper. So do your research and find out if where you're shopping does offer price matching. I definitely know that Target and Walmart offer it, but you're gonna have to check for other retailers. One of the things that you want to do is check the fine print as well, because some retailers will tell you, hey, if this thing is in the sale, then you're not getting price match for that. So you want to make sure that you can get as much money as you can by checking the fine print. Now, if you're like me, like I mentioned earlier, and you are an impulse shopper, then you definitely want to keep your receipts when you're shopping. You might decide the next day that, hey, I don't need this item and I could use that money for something else, but it might be a little difficult to return it if you don't have the receipts. For all of us savvy online shoppers, you usually get an email copy of the receipt. So keep those, don't delete it, don't put it in junk in case that you want to return something.
Yeah, keep that receipt, but also keep Black Friday sales that now start in October in perspective. Are there going to be great deals? Yeah. Are they life-changing? Probably not. Deals happen all year long. Do retailers want your money? Yes, they do. So be careful. Should you spend it? Well, there is that 30% for wants. And shopping, it's supposed to be fun, and you may be able to get some serious gift buying out of the way like Elizabeth does. Just check your budget. Do some light research. Try not to treat Amazons and other retailer apps like social media where you're checking in all day.
I love that, Tommy, because I definitely treat them like social media apps, so got to change that. Anyway, I hope you guys found the tips really helpful. Happy shopping, and comment below if you have any hacks or any shopping tips that you want to share with us also. Hi, my name is Elizabeth, and I'm a personal finance writer here at NerdWallet. If you like what you watched today, please like and don't forget to subscribe too.